The DuPont family played a significant role in both American politics and the War of 1812. Pierre S. DuPont, father of the family, was a renowned economic genius in France, comparable to a Hamilton of the French. He was an active player in the French Revolution before he left for America in 1800. Upon arriving on the East Coast, his main goal was to build a self-sufficient colony in Delaware along the Brandywine River. The family was close friends with Thomas Jefferson, which would later play a large role of the impact of the DuPont family. Pierre purchased the land on the Brandywine in 1803. He used this land to build one of the largest mill systems of the time. The mills powered everything from the machine shop to the powder yard. The gunpowder used by the American Army during the Revolutionary War and the beginning of the War of 1812 was very weak and unreliable. When measured on a scale of explosiveness, the American powder was about a 7 on a scale of 1 to 30, with 30 being the most explosive. A 7 was very bad. The gunpowder used by the British during the time period was about a 19, far superior to the Americans. In 1813, Thomas Jefferson approached the Pierre son, E.I. DuPont, and explained the poor situation they were in militarily. E.I. saw this as a prime opportunity. He immediately purchased land further downstream, away from the main complex, and began developing a new and improved gunpowder. The gunpowder that was produced by the DuPonts was a leap forward for the Americans. By the end of 1813, the Army was now being supplied with gunpowder that ranged from a 24 to 26 on the explosiveness scale. It was about 4 times that which they had been using, and even better than the British. This was a true turning point in the war, as the United States now had an army that had been losing in a war, was now able to have a second wind and end the war, resulting in the last military encounters with England. The DuPont's influence, however, did not end there. The gunpowder was later used by the Union in the Civil War, a pivotal advantage over the Confederate Army.
The ingenuity behind the powder yard is seemingly endless. Every aspect of the yard itself, including the architecture, the location, and the engineering behind the whole process, was all incredible. The DuPonts hired Italian architects to build and design the workshops alongside of the river. The Italians were known for their brilliant ideas when it came to stonework. They had designed the buildings to absorb and then repel the blasts outward over the river and away from the complex itself. They used the famed Delaware blue rock for the structures of the buildings. The rocks were the strongest and most reliable in the area. However, the company finally shut down after one final explosion where over 500,000 pounds of powder was unintentionally ignited, a loss that the family could never recover from. This is a video of 1 gram of the black gunpowder produced by the DuPont family is being ignited and scaled.
Rifle musket. And this will be about a 6-second fuse. And I've been getting good pops today.
Hi, I'm Danny Sweeney, and today I'll be interviewing with E.I. DuPont, son of Pierre S. DuPont. E.I., in your own words, how do you think the gunpowder industry went as a whole?
Well, it brought in a ton of revenue to our family, while simultaneously aiding the country to numerous military victories against natives and Europeans.
With that being said, do you think the money was worth the risk, considering the 250 deaths throughout the process over the years?
The death totals were very high, but I do think that the end justified the means here. The success made by the U.S. due to the new improved gunpowder may have saved the country and permanently solidified its independence.
Why is it that you did not use slaves throughout your process?
I cared for every one of my workers. I paid them very generously and always informed them of the potential dangers in the line of work. I did not believe in the concept of slavery, especially when it came to such risky business, where the slaves wouldn't know if they would survive or not, and had no potential.
Was it always your plan to manufacture gunpowder?
Well, at first, no. My father thought that manufacturing goods was above him, and he believed it was a simpleton's work. It was not until Thomas Jefferson approached me that I decided that I would agree to help the cause and manufacture the black powder for our nation.
Thank you for your time today, Eli.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Danny Sweeney, and today I'm interviewing Pierre S. DuPont, father of E.I. DuPont and owner of hundreds of acres of land behind me. Hello, Pierre.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
To start us off, let's talk about the beginning of your life back in France.
Yeah, I was born and raised in France. The French Revolution, obviously a huge event in the world history, not just French history. I was a chief promoter of the tennis court oath and ratifying that. I also supported King Louis XVI, and I opposed the radical ideas that were popping up.
Was your opposition to these radicals lead to any turmoil?
Yeah, absolutely. The Reign of Terror that you may very well know of is a key reason as to why I came here to the United States. I was in and out of jail a couple times, and that was the last straw in making my final decision as to why I needed to come here.
What was your main goal? What was your plan when you bought all this land by the Brandywine River?
That's a great question. My main goal was to create a self-sufficient colony along the Brandywine here. I thought it was just look at it. I thought it was a great area, beautiful, great water flow, awesome. I thought those were good qualities of where I could start a colony. So yeah, that was the main thing.
It's seen here throughout your complex that you built great mills that powered everything, the machine yard, the powder yard. Let's talk about the actual manufacturing done here on this land.
Yeah.
Why is it that you didn't want your son, E.I. DuPont, to produce the black gunpowder for the U.S.?
Sure. My son E.I., I had a picture in my head of him becoming a well-respected politician and economist, much like I was in France. I never had the idea of him coming here to be a industry manufacturer, kind of seen below us as a family with our reputation that we created. But eventually he did choose that path. So.
What is it? What was the final deciding factor that allowed you to let him, E.I., to manufacture black gunpowder?
Yeah. Well, my good friend, Thomas Jefferson, third president, good guy, he came up to me and E.I., and he said, the War of 1812 is among us. It's very obvious. We need something that'll get us through it. Something that'll be of aid to us. And the gunpowder was the main thing. Ours was weak, and I knew E.I. could think of something as to how to make it better. So he eventually did, and he was very successful, very, very good.
Yes, as we saw, that gunpowder affected not only that war, it also aided in the Civil War and aided the Union.
Yeah,
so
that's absolutely true.
Your decision could have saved this country very well.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy, I guess. So
as you can see, Pierre S. DuPont played a large role in the development of this country. That's why I interviewed him today.
Absolutely. Great talking to you, Steve Buscemi.
Larry King.